It's another episode, Cancel These Nuts podcast. With your host, MCCLOUD, McLeod the Realist. And today's topic, man, is are you qualified for the position? You know what I mean? I had this idea for this topic. I was listening to a Young Jock Morning Show, and they was talking about, the topic we hear all the time, doing wifely duties when you just a girlfriend, or doing husband duties when you just a boyfriend. Now, first off, in my estimation, if you're over 20 years old, and that's old, and still considering yourself a boyfriend or girlfriend, that's kind of childish anyway. You know what I mean? That's for kids, when you're in school, girlfriend, boyfriend, grown-ass men, we grown-ass, women. So, boyfriend, girlfriend, we're dating. That's how I like to keep it. But yes, you should do wifely duties if you're just a girlfriend or you're just dating, because you are trying to earn the position of wife. So how can you earn the position of wife if I don't know if you qualified to be a wife? And the only way I'm gonna know if you qualified is if you were already doing wifely duties or doing the things that a wife would do. Vice versa, same thing on the flip side. How is she gonna know you a husband unless you are moving and conducting yourself in a husband manner while you're dating? You gotta earn the position. You gotta show you're qualified. When you go to a job, you have an interview. If you're hired for the position, you have to do the work. You have to show that you are competent to do the job. You have to have the qualifications to be hired for the position that you're trying to get. So there really is no difference. Who's gonna marry somebody and we don't know if they qualify to be a wife, or we don't know if they qualify to be a husband? But guess what? We do it all the time. I've done it. Plenty of people, you out there, you've done it. You've given people positions in your life that they never really earned. Y'all were dating, sex was good, y'all was vibing, we look good together as a couple, we're a power couple, blah, 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 yada, yada, yada. But then once you got married, or once you really got locked in, you started to see things, a lot of red flags start jumping up on both ends. I use myself for example. My parents, been married over 40 years, still married. So I seen the example of a husband and wife dynamic, mother and father, both in the household. And I still messed up in my marriages, because even though I was taught and seen the right things, I was corrupted by the world. You out there running around, you having sex early, dealing with this chick, dealing with that chick. So even though I knew the right things to do when I entered my marriages young, I went in it in the wrong way. I wasn't qualified. Yes, I knew the qualifications, I had them, but I had been corrupted. So when I finally entered into my own union, I wasn't qualified for the position. I'm a great dad, you know what I'm saying? But husband thing, maybe not the best. I don't think I was a bad, husband, but, it was some things I could have worked on. And that's doing the self-work and the shadow work within yourself. You know what I mean? Same thing. If you've been married before, you probably weren't the best wife. You could tell yourself that, but if you were, then your marriage probably wouldn't survive. You know what I mean? If everybody is qualified for the position and your main focus is on making it work and doing everything you need to do to make it work, then 99.9% of the time, your relationship or your marriage will survive. But if it doesn't, you have to look in the mirror and place the blame where it lies. Not blaming each other, but looking at yourself and seeing what your faults were. That's if you're being real with you. But at the same time, yeah, you got to look at who your partner was and say, were they even qualified to be in the position they were in? I may not have been qualified to do the job, or, I didn't go into it the right way, but neither did they. Maybe if we both did the due diligence and been qualified to enter this union, then it would have worked. So, more of the story is, you don't give anybody a position until they prove that they are worthy of the position. So you don't go marry any chick because the sex is good. You don't go marry any chick because she look good or she got a banging body. Then you make her wife and she's a disaster, she's a nightmare. You don't marry a guy because, oh, he got the bag, or because he, 6 foot whatever, or he, a gorgeous man to you. Nah, you make sure he has all the qualifications to be a husband. Father, same thing on the flip side. Wife, mother, and that takes a lot of vetting. Now, the argument is, well, I've done that for guys and they used me and they took advantage. Well, ain't nobody tell you to be out here doing that for every man. Same way on the flip side. As a dude, ain't nobody telling you to be out here doing that for every woman. But if you find a woman that fits you and that y'all mesh and, y'all gel, and you look at her that this could be a potential wife, then yeah, you do those husband things. And she should be doing those wifely things to prove like, yeah, if we decide to take that next step, this gonna be real. You know what I mean? We gonna make this work. So, in a nutshell, man, bottom line is don't give a person a position in your life that they did not earn. Because one, they're gonna take it for granted. Probably 99.9% of the time they ain't gonna do right by it. But it's just like anything else. When you work hard for something and you earn it, you're gonna cherish it. And you're gonna work hard to keep it. You dig? So that's it, man. Are you qualified for the position? MCC LOUD. Cancel These Nuts podcast. What side is the best side? You dig? One.